the WWE Universal Champion.
Is it me, or is this guy's 15 minutes of fame expired?
I think it's just you, because just like a good mattress, Buzz's success seemingly has no expiration date.
Is that why our chairs have bed bugs, Saxton?
Here comes the lunatic fringe!
Raw just turned into an asylum. Sure, this guy's fit to be tied, but his resume speaks for itself. The guy may sleep in a bedroom with padded walls, but one thing is undeniable. When Ambrose steps inside the ring, he is dangerous and one of the best in recent history.
Introducing the challenger from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, Dean Ambrose. Introducing the champion from Nevada, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the WWE Universal Champion, the Total Package, Aaron Andrews.
Put down that remote, stay a while. And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
I don't even think the lunatic fringe knows what he's going to do moment to moment.
I quit trying to make sense of Ambrose a long time ago. I was getting headaches.
Amazing crossbody. As we say in the trade, guys, the monitor area in the locker room is likely sold out for this one, as there are plenty of superstars with a vested interest in the outcome of this match. Ambrose starting to struggle now. So much on the line here in the match for him. Ouch. To Byron's point, there are several competitors on the roster who can make a case for being the next in line for the title opportunity. However, a lot of that, of course, depends on the outcome of this match here tonight.
And with that in mind, regardless of their personal feelings, you'd have to think the locker room is rooting for the champion here tonight. The last thing they want to do is to have to wait even longer while the champ's rematch clause kicks in.
He's just so quick. Obviously a great opportunity here for the challenger, who can't afford to make any mistakes here tonight. Not when you're in the ring with a champion as dominant as this one.
An incredible chop.
To follow up Byron's earlier point, the challenger has to remember just how rare championship opportunities truly are here in WWE. A loss here could result in a trip to the back of the line. Don't worry, Cole. This isn't the challenger's first rodeo. Everybody knows exactly what's at stake here.
Unleashing it for the second time now.
If you ask me, fellas, this championship match is among the most highly anticipated that we've seen in quite some time.
Like you, Corey, I've had this championship match on my radar for quite some time, and so far, I think it's safe to say that it hasn't disappointed.
No, it definitely hasn't, Michael, which is saying something. What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
Oh, he's going to do it! Nice move. He's back in control here. What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
Oh, he's going to do it! And Ambrose is rolling now, Michael.
Dodges that one.
You got to think about using the finisher here pretty soon, I would think. Just pick up the win and move on. There's no need to keep this thing going longer than necessary. It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over.
Ah, brutal impact. Good point by Byron earlier. If there's an opening to execute the finisher, you got to take it. The last thing you want to do is let your opponent hang around for no reason. I can tell you, bad things happen when you do that. If you don't believe me, just go back and watch Skip versus Barry Horowitz from 1995.
I remember that like it was yesterday, Cole. Instead of putting Horowitz away, Skip thought it would be a good idea to do some mid-ring push-ups. And as you were saying, the decision ultimately came back to haunt him.
We may have discovered his favorite move. Unleashing it for the second time now. Dean Ambrose in quite a bind. I have a feeling this isn't going to end well for him.
The look on his face right now tells me he'd rather be anywhere else in the world than inside that cage right now. Guys, in a title match like this one, on a stage as big as the one we're on now, you have to wonder how much nerves will become a factor. These superstars look determined to destroy each other here tonight, which is
Buzz wins and keeps the title around his waist.
These guys gave everyone their money's worth. Here's another look.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance.
Here's your winner, and still WWE Universal Champion, the Total Package, Aaron Andrews.
A well-earned victory indeed.
Great. We can get Ambrose back in his straitjacket and ship him back to the asylum now.
I'm going to tell him you said that. What a matchup that was. Truly incredible.
following contest.
It's one of the hottest superstars in WWE.
Introducing the challenger.
Definitely an electric feeling to this venue tonight.
Aside from Saxton's commentary, this has all the makings of an epic match.
Whoa! Cross body! He's going for it all. That one fails to connect.
Great idea by him. Too bad it was awfully executed, though. Believe it or not, fellas, some people are speculating whether the champ should have to defend the gold against what some are calling inferior competition here tonight.
What a clothesline. Corey, I think you're just trying to drum up controversy. I haven't heard any whispers about the champion having to defend against inferior competition.
Yeah, inferior competition? That's nuts. I'm willing to bet the champ started that rumor in an attempt to get into his opposition's head. Either that or Corey's just making stuff up, as you alluded to, Michael.
The champ's on the defensive now.
He's a true champion. Wow. I suspect he has plenty of fight left in him.
Yeah, but it looks to me like he still has plenty of energy in that body of his. I wouldn't look too much into this right now.
Going for the double play with this move. The running senton. This one's in the books. Going for an encore here. I can tell you guys that this arena sold out in record time, and a lot of that has to do with this match in the ring right now. This is easily one of the most anticipated title matches in recent memory. Kevin Owens looking to fly.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Incoming!
Like you were saying, Michael, when news broke that this title match would take place here, I had dozens of people I know in and around the area calling and texting, just hoping I could get them tickets. That's how big this match is.
Isn't that cute? Your friends actually think you have enough pull around here to get them tickets. Poor people. Guys, a loss here for the champion would be incredibly embarrassing, especially considering all the trash talking I'm told has been going on behind the scenes. I don't want to reveal my sources, but let's just say there's been some pretty harsh words being tossed around.
Impact and then some. The champ starting to feel the pressure a bit. His championship reign may very well be holding on by a thread. I don't know who your sources are, Corey, but it wouldn't surprise. What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
Oh, he's going to do it!
He hits it. Buzz brings everyone to their feet.
This match might be over.
A drop kick in the corner.
Perfectly executed. Can he end it here?
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out? And he kicks out.
Definitely has his work cut out for him.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The object is to win the match, isn't it? Come on, let's go.
Elbow smash! And here's a cover. Digging deep for a kick out.
Owens is still in this.
He's a guy that can turn it on whenever he wants.
The champion into the cover.
And Kevin Owens quickly kicks out.
He is not going to go down without a fight, Michael.
As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right.
The champion into the cover. Looking to catch him off guard there, I guess.
Prize fighters like KO don't stay down. They fight.
He's going for it all.
Guys, a lot of people are predicting a new champion here tonight. Even a poll on WWE.com earlier today predicted we'd have a new champ. But at the risk of being a downer, I'll believe it when I see it.
Look out!
I don't know about you guys, but it looks to me like these superstars are on their last legs here.
The challenger in some big trouble here. And I'm not sure he even knows where he is.
Oh, man, he has plenty of reason to be concerned here, guys. But you know what? So does his opposition. This is about as close as it gets.
The champion into the cover. And he got a near fall out of it.
How did he do that?
The champ to the top turnbuckle. Incoming. He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
He's in trouble.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Oh, he turns it around. He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Takes him down hard.
You gotta love that kind of aggression.
Hammerlock applied. Oh, no, no. Uh-oh. Oh, it's going to break an arm.
Such... Running scent time. This one's in the books. Running scent time. This one's in the books. At this point, you think he'd have that move well scouted. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. You can see the wear and tear. Whoa! The champ is just being outclassed right now. This is clearly not the same competitor who started this match in such great shape.
Things look bleak right now.
Clearly, they're both running on fumes right now. And at this point, it might just be a
great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find...
He ends it. Buzz brings everyone to their feet.
That has got to be it. The night could be over for Kevin Owens.
3. The champion is victorious. Let's take another look at these guys getting after it.
Hope everybody at home set those DVRs because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Universal Champion, the Total Package, Aaron Andrews.
They proved who the better competitor was tonight.
That was simply a case of one guy determined to prove his dominance over another.
You're going to be hard-pressed to find action like what we just saw anywhere else, but right here on Raw.
The following contest is a submission match and is for the WWE Universal Championship.
The superstar known as Buzz is here. This man is a real force, Drew McIntyre.
A revamped attitude, revamped appearance.
McIntyre's made it his mission to eliminate all the complacency in WWE.
You know, Drew McIntyre arrived and he was the chosen one. Handpicked by WWE Chairman.
Introducing the challenger.
This should be an incredible matchup. I mean, both men have extensive offensive repertoires, lasting endurance, and an insatiable appetite to be number one.
The thing about this match is I can't envision these competitors ever giving up. It's just not in their DNA.
Drew McIntyre looking to squeeze his opponents like a set of bagpipes.
Byron, that metaphor is uglier than a pile of haggis.
Wow, running senton.
Man, that's gonna hurt.
He hits a huge elbow drop. Abuses him with an elbow. What an incredible move. Drew McIntyre faltering some.
With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out battle.
He just has to make sure this doesn't get too out of hand for him. Sometimes momentum has a way of permanently swinging one way. That's what he wants to avoid here.
I know it's somewhat early still, but this could be a pivotal point in this match, guys. Let's see how he reacts here.
Guys, these superstars really do appear to be in peak physical condition here tonight, which isn't surprising considering what's on the line here in this championship match.
Keep your eye on this one.
Look at this. Insane elbow. I gotta agree with you, Michael. These superstars are in tremendous shape. From what I understand, the champ has been hitting the gym twice daily in preparation for tonight.
I heard the same thing, Saxton. Once in the morning, then again at night after the show, which makes me wonder when the champ actually sleeps, if at all.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, and he connects. There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up.
He delivers a hard clothesline.
As we say in the trade, guys, the monitor area in the locker room is likely sold out for this one, as there are plenty of superstars with a vested interest in the outcome of this match.
And now he goes for it a second time.
To Byron's point, there are several competitors on the roster who can make a case for being the next in line for a title opportunity. However, a lot of that, of course, depends on the outcome of this match here tonight.
Well, with that in mind, regardless of their personal feelings, you'd have to think the locker room is rooting for the champion here tonight. The last thing they want to do is have to wait even longer while the champ's rematch clause kicks in.
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole. We may very well be seeing the finisher here very shortly, guys, and when that happens,
he fights his way free.
But how much energy did he exhaust fighting his way out?
He hits it. Buzz brings everyone to their feet. Let's take a look at the replay.
That's highlight reel material right there.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
I'm with Corey. I suspect the finisher is on the horizon, and given how impactful that move has been as of late, I'd say there's almost no coming back from it.
You're right, Michael. It seems like that finisher has become more and more impactful with each passing week, if that's even possible. I know anything is possible, but I just can't envision a new champ being crowned here tonight. The champ just comes into tonight with too much momentum.
Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
Byron, I agree that the champ comes into tonight with a great deal of momentum, but like you said, anything can happen. We've seen champs get upset in the past. Who's to say it can't happen again here tonight?
Agreed. I don't think anybody expected Eddie Guerrero to defeat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship back in 2004, but hey, it happened. And it's further proof that any superstar can beat any other superstar on any given night.
He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
A big fight feel inside this arena here tonight for this huge championship match. And so far, I'd say these competitors have brought their A games. Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
When this guy's on, look out.
You're absolutely right, Michael. This arena is electric right now. And I think part of it is their desire to be part of history. I think they're all anticipating a title change here tonight.
Cool your jets, Saxton.
Let's not go crowning a new champ.
What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
Oh, he's going to do it! Incredible! This has to be it. Just when you thought he had nothing left.
He hits it. Buzz brings everyone to their feet. Oh, he got him. Let's look at this again.
Looking for an opening for that finisher, it seems, and that's a smart move. Just hit the finisher, get the win, and get out of there.
Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
Anytime a superstar sees an opening for their finisher, they got to take it, as Byron was saying. Elongating the match not only gives your opponent an opportunity to get back in it, but you're also running the risk of injury anytime you're in the ring longer than you have to be.
Yeah, but sometimes you just enjoy beating somebody up, especially if you're in the ring with somebody like Saxton.
No, he releases the hold.
What in the world is he thinking? Does he not want to win?
Walking around the city earlier today, guys, the only thing anybody was talking about was this title match. Everywhere I went, from the coffee shop to the bookstore, everybody was talking about this match.
Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Byron, I had a similar experience as you this morning. Nearly every person at the gym I went to was talking about this title match, and rightfully so. This is an absolutely huge match.
Okay, wait. Let me get this straight. Byron spent the morning at the bookstore, while you, Cole, went to the gym. Man, that's brilliant. You guys have any other jokes?
Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole. We've seen champions head into matches maybe a little too confident, only to be picked off in the end. And guys, I can't help but wonder if we're going to see that again here tonight.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Whoa, he lets him out.
What a fool. He had him dead to rights.
Speaking of champions heading into matches a bit overconfident, one of the most glaring examples of that would have to be the honky-tonk man's attitude heading into his Intercontinental Championship defense at SummerSlam 1988. We all know what happened to him on that night.
He's trying to mangle his face here, but he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize? What a leap!
Cent time. This one's in the books.
Just go for the finisher already. I don't understand the delay. The object is to win the match, isn't it? Come on, let's go.
He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
He's lining him up. Counter here. As Corey continues to criticize the action in the ring, allow me to take the other side of the argument. The last thing any superstar wants to do is go for the finisher prematurely. No good can come of that.
Yeah, you really want to wait for the exact right time. If you go for it and miss, that could be the momentum shift your opponent has been waiting for.
Fireman's carry. This doesn't look good, Corey.
Couldn't agree more, Cole. This has got trouble written all over it.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Oh, Drew back. Oh, what a headbutt.
We might have a new champion here, guys. All that's left now is for McIntyre to finish this.
Drew McIntyre gets the win. That match deserves another look, folks.
I don't like to throw around a lot of praise, but my eyes tell me that might have been one of the great matches in recent WWE history.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Universal Champion, Drew McIntyre.
Dominating tap-out victory here. When you bring such a high level of intensity to the match, good things are bound to happen to you.
Social media has been buzzing over this Raw match ever since it began, and now that it's over, I actually anticipate it intensifying.
Why, AJ, why? That is the question we are all asking today after what happened at WWE Fastlane. I still can't.
Well, he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. There is no bigger story right now to discuss than Buzz winning the Universal title. And this was no fluke, okay? He won a title in an Elimination Chamber match where he was the first entrant along with none other than Braun Strowman. When you take a step back, it's truly remarkable to think about what Buzz has accomplished in such a short amount of time. I mean, if it feels like he just got to the WWE, it's because he did. In fact, in preparing for today's show, I looked at some of the names that have climbed to the top of the mountain in record speed like Buzz now has. I mean, we're talking some heavy hitters here, folks. Hall of Fame level talent. The Undertaker, he won his first world title a little over a year after making his WWE debut. That was longer than it took Buzz. Kurt Angle, took him less than a year to win the title, but still longer than Buzz. There are a few guys you might have heard of that did it just a little bit faster. Big Show, Kane, Brock Lesnar, and a guy by the name of Ric Flair. I mean, that's pretty good company, if you ask me. But if I have one piece of advice for the new champion, it's that just because people like me can now mention you in the same breath as those legends, it does not mean you're their equal yet, all right? One win does not define a career. So celebrate the moment, but be ready, because it's only going to get harder from now on. If you thought there was a target on your back before, it's now 100 times bigger with that Universal title strapped around your waist. Success breeds jealousy from all corners of your life. And I'd also be willing to bet that none of this is going to sit well with Triple H, who by all accounts is feeling a bit perturbed to say the least. Good luck, Buzz, and congrats on your first Universal title reign, which if all goes well, I am sure will be the first of many. We have a very special guest coming up on today's show, coming off his huge win, teaming with Finn Balor at the Royal Rumble. Here's a sneak preview of what Buzz had to say when I caught up with him right after the Rumble.
Do I think I've seen the last of Bray Wyatt? Man, I hope so. These past few months have really taken a toll on me, both physically and emotionally. But now that I've defeated him and managed to help out my friend Cole, I hope I can move on to a new challenge.
As you move on to new challenges, do you see Finn Balor being there by your side?
I'd like him to be, because as we all saw at the Royal Rumble, I think we make a really good team. But he's a busy guy, and he has his own goals and his own priorities. If I had to guess, though, I'd say you haven't seen the last of Buzz and Balor joining forces.
Well, listen here, I'm a big fan of yours, Buzz, and I'm not just saying that because you're a guest on my show. I've been saying that since you got to WWE. In fact, even before that.
Well, I'm a big fan of yours too, Jack. From back in the day when you were commentating to now with your podcast, I never miss an episode, and I've heard all the kind things you've said about me, so thanks for that.
Hey, I've been around the block a few times, and I think I know talent when I see it. And after what you did at the Royal Rumble, finding your inner demon to defeat Bray Wyatt, I don't think it's a stretch to say you're the new monster among men in WWE.
The new monster among men. That's quite the compliment, Jack. I don't know if I've earned it yet, but I'll take it. Thanks again.
Now, you can hear more from my conversation with Buzz, including who he thinks his next opponent will be. But first, a word from our fine sponsors.
We have a huge show for you today recapping everything that happened at WWE's TLC event, but the first thing we have to discuss is that encounter, for lack of a better term, between Buzz and Bray Wyatt.
I certainly wouldn't call it a match, that's for sure.
I've watched it a few times now, Hood, and I'm still not sure what really happened.
It was bizarre, to say the least. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time my opponent knocked me out with gas in the locker room before the match, then brought me to his creepy compound where I had to fight off all sorts of crazy things, only for it to end with a fire, then I'd be flat broke, because that just doesn't happen.
I mean, we're at a point where I'm questioning if the authorities should be called. Buzz was kidnapped, essentially.
You might have a point there, Pete. What happened has no place in wrestling.
Well, we're talking about a guy who has everything going for him, and now after what Bray Wyatt did, he might never be the same. It's disgusting.
Yeah, from what I hear, he's in a bad way, and it may be out for a while.
Uh-huh. Well, what do you think's going to happen with the title?
This is bigger than titles, man. We're talking about a man's career and well-being. You said it yourself. Buzz might never be the same after this. Bruises and bones will heal, but your mental psyche will not. It's times like this, I'm glad I'm retired, because I would want nothing to do with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, hard to jump into the rest of the TLC card after that, so let's take a break, and then we'll try to get into it.
Yeah, that dude is nuts, man. Come on like that.
Yeah.
some big news happening on the indie scene involving the BCW and Baron Blade, and unfortunately, once again, it's not anything positive. I have it on good authority that BCW will be closing its doors, and all future scheduled events have been canceled after Baron's double cross of his protege Buzz played out in front of a worldwide audience on NXT. Not too many wrestlers, or fans for that matter, were lining up to do business with Baron. Reports are that attendance dropped drastically, and debts were owed to various wrestlers and companies, which led to Baron trying to right the sinking ship with his own personal finances, even putting his house on the market. But apparently it was too late for BCW, which is unfortunate because at one point it was a viable option for wrestlers outside of WWE, and also another choice on the menu, if you will, for wrestling fans. Now, despite how you may feel about Baron Blade, this is no time for celebration, okay? In my opinion, the more wrestling that's out there, the better. And I'm not going to rejoice when someone loses their livelihood or their home, despite any questionable decisions they might have made in the past. While Baron Blade has hit a rough patch, it's been quite the opposite for his protege Buzz, who's had a ton of success since being traded to Monday Night Raw, most recently defeating The Miz at Hell in a Cell in a title versus title match. Now, if Buzz can avoid injury and any of the other setbacks we've seen superstars suffer, then the sky's the limit for this blue chipper. I just hope that with the loss of his mentor coinciding with his quick rise to the top, that someone is there to keep his ego in check and also look out for his best interest. But when you have instant success like he's had, I have no doubt there's a giant target on his back in that locker room.
It's been over a month since Buzz beat Nakamura in Japan, and I won our bet. Now Buzz beats John Cena at SummerSlam in a submission match, just like I said he would, and you still won't say it.
Okay, fine.
Come on.
Man, you're... Okay, fine. Man, you're annoying.
Yeah, come on.
You're a wrestling genius. There, you happy?
Say it with my full name.
Pete Clark is a wrestling genius.
Yes! Thank you.
Now, can we actually talk about what happened with Buzz after the SummerSlam match? That's what people want to hear.
Yes, since I am officially a wrestling genius, now we can move on. So let's talk about the huge announcement that was made. Buzz has been traded to Monday Night Raw.
This sort of thing is unheard of. He was just reaching the top of SmackDown with his win over Cena, and then boom, he's gone.
That certainly turned the world of WWE upside down. I mean, think about the potential matchups for Buzz that we're going to get on Raw. Samoa Joe, Bray Wyatt, Elias, The Miz, Braun Strowman, just to name a few. I'm really excited.
Slow down, wrestling genius. Buzz could very easily lose to every one of those superstars you just named, because I think this move to Raw might be putting too much pressure on him.
Come on.
It's a lot to handle for someone who's still relatively new to WWE. Plus, if Buzz thought Triple H was getting involved in his business on SmackDown, it's going to be 10 times worse on Raw, where GM Kurt has to answer to Triple H's wife, Stephanie McMahon.
Well, you heard it here first. Buzz's career is headed for a downward spiral, and he's never gonna win another match.
That's not what I said. I just stated my opinion that's backed up by my experience as a WWE superstar. That's something a wrestling genius would have no clue about.
Oh, yeah, well, I strongly disagree. I think Buzz is going to be just fine. He's handled everything that's been thrown at him so far, and I see no reason that will change.
You know I'm going to have them beep that line I said about you being a wrestling genius when it airs, right?
You wouldn't dare.
We'll see.